Could you talk a little bit about what your virtual meeting with Abe was like? And could you give us a sense of his character?
One of the things that really, I guess, caught my eye during my interview with Abe was the fact that, he made mention about how since he started his time as a politician 28 years ago, he's thought very deeply about enhancing cooperation with Taiwan. And that's something that, unless I'm unaware of it in Japanese media, I at least in like for American or English speaking audiences, I don't think he's mentioned or it's really well known that he's thought about enhancing Japan-Taiwan relations. He's thought about this very deeply, and that was one of the first things he said as well. So I think that is very reflective, as I mentioned earlier, the fact that he cares very deeply about his legacy in this very important and critical space going forward.
What was your impression of Abe's attitude towards Japan's relations with time after your conversation with him?
One of the first things that my co-author mentioned is that Abe himself plays a monumental role in shaping modern Japan-Taiwan relations. I think there was a survey recently that Japan is the most favored country in Taiwan at the moment, and I think that perhaps Abe could be a reason for that. I don't think he's the sole reason per se, but going forward, he very much through out the interview, I could tell that he very much also cared about his legacy and cared about how emerging and future experts in Taiwan relations, Japan relations would also make sure that these ties could be maintained in the long run.
Abe did make some bold comments on Taiwan after leaving office regarding, for example, the US policy of strategic ambiguity. What motivated that for him, do you think? And how do others in Japan respond to that?
I'm sure to a certain extent, Russia's unprovoked invasion of Ukraine may have been a reason why um, Abe decided to formally advocate the policy of strategic clarity in the unfortunate event of a Taiwan contingency. The current Prime Minister, Kishida, um, maybe internally they agree with Abe, but they might not be as outspoken and vocalized in terms of strategic clarity. Part of it because of not wanting to rock the boat with the PRC.